Melvin Mora having another outstanding season. Melvin with a home run, his 19th of the season. Jumanji, booyah!
That was last night.
Oh. The Orioles have also played with the glove awfully well. Jerry Hairston doesn't like playing the outfield. He's really a second baseman. And Rodrigo Lopez has entirely too much spare time on his hands. Still in the top of the fourth, Rod Barajas is going to be robbed this time by the other second baseman, Brian Roberts. Saves a run, ends the fourth. Birds lead 3-2. In the fifth inning, Rodrigo Lopez in dire need of professional assistance. To the bottom of the fifth, Orioles up 3 after a Larry Bigby two-run home run. For Melvin Mora, he hits another. Say hello to my little friend. 6-2 Orioles. Mora's second home run of the game.
You're watching on the road, I see.
I have too much spare time on my hands. Orioles complete the 4-game sweep, finish their homestand at 7-0. The first 7-0 homestand for the Birds since September of 1969. This is only the second time this season the Rangers had been swept. Now we go inside the 4-game sweep. The Orioles didn't just win, they dominated, outscored the Rangers 30-10, including 9-1 in the first inning. Rangers starting pitching flat out was flat, getting the loss in each of the 4 games, a nifty ERA of 9 3/4. And Melvin Mora did his part, going 9 for 15. That's a .600 batting average, while knocking in 8. Mora now second in the American League, batting a robust .351.
Well, pardon the expression, Charlie, but a Red Sox highlight. Sox beginning Monday tied with Texas for the wild card. Kurt Schilling 7-0 at home this year. Let's flash back this way. Oh, back to 78, the year before we signed on. Dennis Eckersley, the last Sox pitcher to begin the season 8-0 or better at Fenway Park. In the Wayback Machine, put it into reverse, come back to today. Scoreless in the third. Aubrey Huff against Schilling. Grounder to first, Doug Mankiewicz. Oh, high hop, gets it. Throws to Schilling for the out. Tremendous effort in the 6th inning. Tampa Bay up 3-2. Tino Martinez gets all of that and then some. His 17th of the year. The Devil Rays up 4-2. 2 batters later, Toby Hall, 2 for his last 32. Both home runs against the Red Sox. His 8th of the year. Tampa Bay takes the lead, and Schilling does not get his 8th win at Fenway. Tampa Bay wins 8-3. Sox pitchers have allowed 11 dingers in the last.
Happy home in the Bronx. John Gibbons, the interim manager of the Toronto Blue Jays. Esteban Loaiza on the hill for the Yanks. Top of the 6th, 3-0 Jays. Gabe Gross, hop, skip, and a jump into the stands. Hey, there's this announcer I want you to hear.
All right.
On for Delgado, swinging a ground ball. Picked up by Jeter, who runs over to second, throws to first for a double play. One of the most unusual-looking 6-6-3 double plays you will ever see. I like the kid. Sign him up. There's another one. Check this one out. 1-1. There's a fly ball deep to right. It's on its way. There it goes. It is gone. A home run off the facing of the third deck. Bernie Williams remains red hot. To the bottom of the 9th, Yanks down 5-2. Jason Frazier delivers one to Hideki Matsui, who delivers it to the people. The Yankees get to within 5-4, and that would be about as close as they would get. Ruben Sierra bounces out to end the ball game, and the Blue Jays finally win one, and the Yankees finally lose one. After winning 13 straight one-run games at the stadium, it was only their 10th loss in the Bronx, 40-10 since April 25th. Josh Towers wins for the 5th time in his last 6 starts. Went 7 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, struck out 2, walked 1, as the Jays win their first game for interim manager. Rocks and fills at Citizens Park. Pat Burrell done for the year. More about that in a minute. To the top half of the 7th inning, tied at 1, Eric Milton pitching to Charles Johnson with 2 out. Johnson to left center, and Marlon Byrd flies like a bird and makes the catch. Phillies get out of the inning. Milton went 7 innings, 1 earned run. Top of the 8th, this is Luis Gonzalez. Todd Jones pitching, and Gonzalez losing it. His 8th home run of the year. That ties the score at 2. Later on in the 8th, Vinny Castilla doubles to left. Aaron Miles would score. Todd Helton would score. Rockies would lead it 4-2, and they would go on to win it by the same score. As if losing to the Rockies at home wasn't bad enough, falling 6 games behind the Braves in the National League East and 3.5 games behind the Cubs in the wild card race, left fielder Pat Burrell will have season-ending surgery on his wrist on Friday. Burrell, who injured himself in batting practice last Tuesday, was hitting .263 with 18 home runs and 68 runs batted in. So the wild card race up to the minute Cubs by 2 over the Pods and Giants, and the Phillies are falling fast. And that is Rich Harden, and this is Luis Rivas. It is high, it is far, it is gone.
Who does that?
Rivas is with his 7th home run of the year. Twins lead 2-1. A's up 3-2. Mark Kotsay is robbed by Luis Rivas, and Bobby Kelty is thrown out at second base. Top of the 8th, Oakland up 4-2. Bases loaded. Kyle Loesch goes inside. Eric Burns comes in to score. A's lead 5-2. Still bases loaded. Still in the 8th. Mark Kotsay drills it to center field. Off the wall. Couple of runs score. A's lead 7-2, and they win it 8-2. Scott Hatteberg, another big day, having a great year. Goes 3 for 4. The A's have won 12 of 16, moved 12, make that 2.5 in front of Texas. Going back to June 21st, Rich Harden is unbeaten in his last 9 starts. He went 6 2/3, gave up 2 runs, 7 hits, and a couple of hits apiece from Mark McLemore, Eric Burns, and Marcos Scutaro.
Edgar Martinez, as professional a hitter as we have seen in this era, is bowing to time and will retire at the end of the season. The Mariners DH, 2 times a batting champ, 7 times an all-star, has slumped to .258 this year. At the age of 41, Bucky Jacobson has taken much of Martinez's playing time. The M's are going to give Edgar his own day on October 2nd. A rare breed, a right-handed average hitter with very few outs that he would make. Only the 8th player ever to hit 300 homers, hit at least 300, and have an on-base percentage of at least .415. A higher rent neighborhood than Charlie's on the east side. All the retired players are Hall of Famers. A bit later in the show, we will debate whether or not Edgar belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Won their game in Minnesota, so the Angels needed a win to stay within a game and a half of the A's out west. As Ruben Gauthier scoring, the Royals lead 3-1, top of the 9th. Same score, bases loaded. Sean Figgins with a base hit to center. Rob Quinlan would score. The Angels cut the Royals' lead to 3-2. Now it's Vladimir Guerrero facing Scott Sullivan. Sullivan's pitch gets by. John Buck, Alfredo Amezaga comes to score, and that ties the game at 3. Guerrero's still up and hits it up the middle. But a poor play to the plate. Eckstein scores, Figgins score, Angels score 4 and win it 5-3. It was their 9th in the 9th inning to win it 5-3. The Royals blow a 9th inning lead for the 2nd day in a row. The Angels' first game sweep at Kansas City in team history, and they conclude their 7-game road trip at 5-2. And I'm rookie Rob Quinlan's single in the 7th extends his hitting streak to a Major League best 19 games. Quinlan finished the night 2 out of 4. He's hitting .432 during his hot streak.
White Sox winning a cardiac special Monday against the Indians. Felix Diaz, top prospect, called up the pitch. And there's Omar Vizquel in the first. Ain't no sin to be glad you're alive. His 6th of the year, 1-0 Indians. The next batter, Travis Hafner. There goes his 22nd of the year, back-to-back jacks, 2-0 Indians. The rout is on. It's 3-0 into the 3rd. The base is loaded for Ben Broussard. And Broussard goes grand salami. His 8th of the year. The rout is on. The game is over. The Indians have a comfortable 7-0 lead. Hold that thought, Bob. Bottom of the 6th. The White Sox get the bases loaded. Jake Westbrook to Carl Everett, singling to right to bring in Willie Harris and Carlos Lee. The game is down to an 8-4 Cleveland lead. Westbrook gets the hook. David Risky comes on the pitch. Risky business, pitching to the next batter, Jose Valentin. And Valentin with 2 aboard. Sitting on this, he knew it was coming, and he deposits it. 25th of the year. It's a 1-run game. The Sox down 8-7. To the top of the 7th we go. Not on. John Atkins pitching to Casey Blake. Deep to center. Leadoff shot. His 19th of the year. And the Indians have a little bit of room. It's now 9-7. It's 13-9. The Indians in the lead. Bottom of the 9th. The Sox trying to get something going. Carlos Lee against Rick White. 2-run ding-dong. 20th of the year. It's a 2-run game at 13-11. Jose Valentin, the tying run at the plate. Pops up to second to end the game. Man, did you get your money's worth the last 2 days in Chicago? 13-11, the Indians escape. 11 runs for the White Sox in the last 4 innings. The Indians get 1 more run than they had in their previous 6 games against the White Sox. 10 players in the game with at least 2 hits. Hafner's 12 home runs since the All-Star break. He's tied for the American League lead. So, wild card, did you say, Charlie? Angels with the comeback, putting them 1 game back up on the Red Sox. Rangers in the also 1 game back. Indians 4.5 and playing like a very hungry team.